Good morning and welcome to Muscle Maintenance with In Shape Fitness. I'm Kim Watkins. I will be your trainer. Today's level 1 difficulty workout is for Monday, July 22nd. It is Monday, which means it's Move It Monday, and we are shaking off the cobwebs today from your very busy weekend, I'm sure. Starting off with a level 1 workout for the week, which is fundamental building blocks that you're going to use all week long. So these are easy moves, but if you think about them thoughtfully and you do them perfectly, you're going to set yourself up with this really great base that over time this week, throughout the week, you're going to get better and better at as the workouts get harder and harder. Let's go ahead and stand up. Kick off your shoes if you like. We don't need any shoes for this workout. You don't need any equipment. You do need to take a couple of deep breaths. Do a postural systems check with your ears right over your shoulders. So open up that chest, lift your chest with your breath, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Good, good, good. Okay, now start marching in place. With complete control, lift up your knees, one at a time, of course, to about hip level, and swing those arms forward and back. Now remember, an anatomical position for your hands, for your arms, if they're hanging down, is for your hand to be angled sort of with the palm facing out a little bit. 30 seconds is going, by the way, for the march. So just make sure that as you're swinging your arms forward and back, you're aware of the position of your hand relative to your body. You don't want to curl your arms in. That's one of the reasons why you tend to round your shoulders and you might have some strain in your back, because the anatomical position has kind of been lost. Sadly, with our information age and sedentary lifestyles, we kind of roll those shoulders and then the hands face back, right? The palm faces back. But really anatomically correct for the human body is with hands almost completely facing out. Okay, now I want you to kick your butt with your own feet. Kick those heels back and extend your arms out to the sides. Draw giant circles with your arms with no bend in your elbow. Doesn't matter which direction. We're going to switch directions in about 6 seconds. Continue breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Practice that pattern of breathing throughout. It will carry you through the workout. Even though it is a level 1 workout, it is some effort. We're going to do 2 sets of 6 moves as usual, and we're going to make the first set instructional, where you get a lot of audio cues, a lot of instruction on the specifics of each movement, and that causes you to have a lot of downtime in between each of the moves. And then we'll do a second set. Reverse directions if you haven't already on those circles with your arms. We're going to start the first set in 3 seconds. All right, now the first move we're doing is very simple. It is ballet. First position of ballet. So bring your heels together. Want to activate those inner thighs. Really focus on your control, forcing you to grip your floor with all 4 corners of each of your feet. Put your hands on your hips, or if you would like to try and kind of give yourself a little bit of a boost in terms of your energy level, your heart rate, lift your hands up over your head, making a circle like a ballerina would. But the biggest part of it is making sure those toes are out as wide as possible. Your 30 seconds is going now, by the way. Take a deep breath, squeeze your pelvic floor muscles, kind of lifting the bottom part of your abdomen sort of back and up as you squeeze. Contract the muscles in your legs. You've got 10 more seconds. You're doing great. Keep breathing. Don't forget that in through your nose and out through your mouth breath. 3 seconds, 2, 1. Now you're just stepping side to side. All right? Pretend that I'm teaching you the most basic way to dance. So you're just moving your right foot to the right, left foot to the right, left foot to the left, right foot to the left. Make sure your toes don't turn out. Make sure you keep the back straight. Tuck in your tailbone, especially if you have a tendency to stick your butt out because you have a pelvic tilt. You want to really be cognizant of the position of your pelvis. Make sure it's straight up and down, and try to squeeze those tummy muscles. About 6 more seconds. This will turn into some lateral work that we're going to do this week. Some lateral lunges, some lateral jumping. Lateral work, all very good for your body because the side muscles, the smaller muscles on the sides of your legs, don't get that much action in terms of daily function. Okay, now get down on the floor with your hands on the floor directly underneath your shoulders. Your knees are on the floor directly underneath your hips. Drop your head like a bowling ball and round up the middle part of your spine like a scared cat. This is a cat camel. We're limbering up the back, and we're going to be doing stability work for the back all week long. So this is the very beginning of your work in the quadruped position and using the strength of your back. Now lift your head and your chest. Squeeze your lower back if you haven't been doing this already. Most people know what a cat camel is. It's a very prevalent move in yoga classes and yoga sessions throughout the world. All right, now lower your body down to your forearms. Your elbows should be under your shoulders. Walk those legs back and rest your body. So you can rest either in a standard plank if you're strong enough for that, if you're feeling kind of frisky at this point, or if you feel like you want to stick to super level 1, stay on your knees for your plank. It's a shorter lever, right? So it's not as demanding, not as taxing on that abdominal cavity. But if you have a 45-degree angle or less, you're really resting on the bottom part of your thigh. You're going to engage the abdominal cavity as a unit, and that's isometric contraction is the work, the load that you're placing on the abdominal cavity. It's really good for you. And your time is going. Let's say you're about 7-8 seconds in. So keep it going. Keep breathing. I'm going to turn over for a basic crunch after this, and then that will be your first set. Super easy, right? Nothing too crazy here. No surprises. No standing on your head or, jumping up on one leg and kicking your cat, that kind of stuff. Okay, now turn your body over. Put your feet on the floor, hip width apart, hands behind your head. But now I want you to do a basic crunch, but this is what I want you to focus on. Your hands are behind your head, but I don't want you to pull on anything. Your hands are not being used at all. You're going to pretend that you've got a string drawn around your sternum. Someone is pulling you up through your chest. So you want to lift up, completely straight up. Look at your ceiling. Squeeze your muscles as you exhale and lift up, and lower down slowly. 30 seconds. Time starts now. This is your basic crunch. Obviously, this turns into lots of other ab work that we're going to be doing all week long. And I will leave you to take a guess as to how we might develop that pattern of difficulty improvements, progression rather. You've got 10 more seconds. Very nice. Pause at the top and squeeze on your way back down. Remember, negative resistance. It's one of my favorite things in the whole world. Now stand on up. And take a couple of deep breaths. Have a sip of water if you need it. Let's start the second set. And remember, the second set is the flow set. And that means you are going to be doing each of the moves without interruption in between the moves. So with the exception of a few seconds it takes to switch positions, in that case, you will be moving completely without stopping. All right, are you ready? Let's do that first position ballet. Your heels are together. Your toes are all the way out. You're squeezing all of the muscles in your legs, squeezing your glutes, squeezing your inner thighs, doing a Kegel. Your hands are over your head in a circle like a ballerina. Time starts now. Focus on your stability. And you can, the thing that you want to be doing right now is trying to get your toes out as wide as possible. So if you feel super stable, open your feet up a little bit more. You will find difficulty in this move. I promise you. It's not an easy thing to do. So good for your legs. Ballerinas have such incredible bodies, right? Okay, now start stepping side to side. This is just a side to side step. The depth of your step and the pace of your movement, up to you based on your own difficulty level. Obviously, I can't see you, but just take your time. Keep your feet straight. Keep your back straight. Your time is going. Your hands are on your hips, and you are squeezing your tummy muscles. Very good. Don't stop. We're going to go down to the floor after this and do that cat camel. Nice. All right. Now lower your body down to the floor. And let's have you do a cat camel move again. Make sure your hands are under your shoulders, your knees are underneath your hips, and you are going to drop your head like a bowling ball. Round up your spine. Time is going. Then once you get there, pause, and then lift your head and your chest. Squeeze your lower back. Terrific. Make sure you're breathing deeply. Really take in that breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Just past the 10-minute mark here. We're going to be finished very soon. I made the workout a little bit shorter by accident, I will tell you today. You ended up with 2 sets of 5 moves instead of 2 sets of 6 moves. I don't know how that happened, but that's what we're going with. So we'll keep things fairly standard, and I'll just add some time in for the whole week. A little longer than 30 seconds for each of the moves. How about that? Okay, now back to that modified plank. So lower your body down to your forearms and walk those legs out. Rest on the tops, or rather the bottoms of your quads or your toes. Time starts now for your modified plank or plank. Very nice. Keep breathing. Squeeze your glutes. One really amazing way to sort of just put the cherry on top of that cake or that top of that sundae with respect to the abdominal cavity contracting as a unit is to engage those glutes, because everything else is already squeezed and it's automatic. You have no choice. The isometric contraction between the muscles on the inside of your rib cage, right outside of the rib cage, your obliques, and then the front muscle, the back muscle. You're done, by the way. Turn your body over with your hands behind your head, feet on the floor, pinky toes and heels in line. Last move, basic crunch. Lift up, lower down slowly. 30 seconds. Time starts now. Core work is super, super important. We do so much of it here, and I often sound like a broken record, but just focus on lifting up, squeezing those tummy muscles, and then allow yourself the luxury of squeezing on the way back down. If you let gravity take over, your head will, your body will drop back down to the floor without any problem whatsoever. But if you force it down with your control, that's greater output for your body. Your muscles are working harder, and you have to work out less time. Congratulations. Your Monday workout is complete. I am Kim Watkins from In Shape Fitness. If you have any questions for me, or you'd like some other workouts or other ideas, thoughts, you have interest in checking out our programs, please look us up at inshape-fitness.com. I will be back tomorrow with a level 2 workout. Have a great day.